Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm a stay-at-home mom to two little kids aged 4.5 and almost 2. And I post a lot about meal prep and cooking and family life. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and let's get into this video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my info down below. But on Instagram the other day, I asked for some content ideas from you guys, and a lot of you said you were pregnant or had just had a baby and you wanted to know some more tips and tricks for meal prepping with a newborn, which after 2 kids in 5 years, I have just a few. So we're gonna start with what you can do before baby comes. So if you're pregnant, what you want to do is stock your freezer. And I know this is like in every parenting course ever, but for some reason in my head, when I was pregnant with my firstborn, I got it in my head that I had to have muffins. I made, I'm not even kidding you, probably 10 batches of muffins before I had my son, and that's all that was in my freezer. I didn't prep anything else. My mom gave me a couple things, but that was it. So definitely have a variety of things in your freezer that are prepped, such as casseroles. You know, you can prep your smoothie packs ahead of time, which if you've seen in my previous videos, I've shown how I make those. You can prep muffins, cookies, whatever you want. You can also chop up some fresh vegetables and have those in freezer bags ready to go for stir fries or whatever. Same with fresh fruit. You can have fresh fruit cut up in freezer bags ready for smoothies or whatever you need. And just a side note, make sure you label any casserole or dish that you make. Because sleep deprivation is a real thing, and you will forget how to cook a frozen pizza or how to thaw a lasagna because you're so tired. Or if someone else is prepping it for you, then all the directions are there and they know exactly how to do it and they don't have to ask. Okay, so what about after you have your baby? So you come home from the hospital and you've got your baby. This is the time to pull out those freezer meals and use those up. But what if you didn't get to do that? Ask for help. Anybody that's coming to visit you and baby needs to bring a meal. No one will have any qualms about that. Get to have baby snuggles, you bring me a lasagna or whatever. And if you're visiting a new family that just had a baby and they say they don't need anything, please bring them something anyway. They will really appreciate it. I had a friend mail me chocolate and coffee, and it was the greatest package. I was so touched, and it was like exactly what I needed. It was right in kind of those baby blue days, and if you've had a baby, you know about the baby blues. It was the best package I ever received, and I was so grateful for her. I also had a friend send me soup in mason jars, and all you had to do was throw it in a pot and add water. Fantastic. And they kept their shelf life was like a year, so it was great. You could also bring people baking mixes that they just have to add milk or liquid stuff to, or even just the box cake mix or muffin mix that you just have to add wet ingredients to. Totally fine, but bring them something that they can easily make that's not complicated, and again, write the directions down for them. So tip number 3 is protein. Make sure if you're preparing something for someone who's just had a baby or you're stocking your freezer, protein. Protein is key. It's going to keep you full. It's going to keep you from having those sugar crashes and give you the energy when you've been up all night with a newborn. You're going to be eating at weird times. You're not going to be on a regular schedule as much as you think you are, because I definitely thought I was going to be. No. That baby's going to run your life and it's going to be different. So make sure that you have snacks and meals that are full of protein, but also that taste good. You're going to be sore, you're going to be tired, you're going to want things that taste good, that give you that boost of energy. So things to think about would be oatmeal. How can you add protein to oatmeal? Peanut butter, great. Almond butter, things like that. Smoothies, add in yogurt to your smoothies. That will keep you fuller longer. Tip number 4, no complicated meals. This is not the time to be a 5-star restaurant. Peanut butter sandwiches are a perfectly acceptable dinner option at this point. Whatever you can get into your body for fuel. You need fuel. Keep it simple. Protein, veggie, and a side if you really feel like it. A side can be a glass of milk. A side can be a piece of bread. Don't overcomplicate it. So let's get into actual meal prepping after you've had a baby. So once you've used up your freezer meals, or you didn't get a chance to stock up your freezer, This is what you need to do. Make lots. Double or triple your recipes. I never did this. Why did I never do this? Why did I never do this? But if you can make a recipe and double it or triple it to freeze, do it, because then on those nights you can pull out something from the freezer and it's ready to go. All you have to do is heat it up. And again, write the directions, write those directions. Another tip I have is to set aside a specific time for meal prep. So whether that's when your partner's home and they can watch baby, or if you have help with family or friends coming to watch baby, or if you know your baby takes a 3-hour nap, that's a great time. Have a shower, have a little nap, and then spend the last hour meal prepping. My baby never had 3-hour naps, so I didn't have that luxury. Step number 3 is to prep your ingredients. So don't try and make an entire meal on one night. If you know you're going to be making a lasagna or a spaghetti sauce, make the sauce ahead of time. Have it in your freezer or your fridge ready to go. If you're going to be making a stir fry, have everything chopped up and ready to go. And then all you have to do is throw it in a pan and make some rice or make some noodles. You can even make your rice ahead of time, your pasta ahead of time, and just heat it up. Just try and cut down any step that you can take down and keep in the fridge for a couple days or in the freezer for a couple days to make your life easier that night when you're trying to make dinner. Do it. Cut up all your produce ahead of time. Have it washed and cut up and ready to go so you can have it for veggies and dip or to throw in salads. Wash all your produce and chop that up. I find I'm much more likely to go grab a handful of grapes or some fresh fruit if it's chopped up and ready to go versus grabbing chips or crackers or something that's easy. If it's easily accessible, you will grab it and you will eat it. Tip number 4 is to ask for help. If you're having family or friends come over, have them prep ingredients for you or have them chop up veggies and fruit, or vice versa. They get to snuggle the baby and you get a chance to do that as well. And my last tip, which was my biggest learning curve, was my stage 4 clinger, which means they need to be held all the time as a newborn. My son, we could not put him down. So I did a lot of baby wearing, and obviously not when I was working on the stove or near the oven, but to chop things up or to, get things prepared, I would have him on me. And then as he got older, I'd bring his high chair into the prep area and give him some toys and talk to him and play with him. My daughter, I would put in her baby swing at my feet and she'd just swing away happily and sing her songs, and she loved it. So keeping them close, but maybe not fully on you, can also help with that as well. At the end of the day, just do your best. If you need help, ask for it. If you are one of my friends and you're watching this, you know I would always be there for you, and I am happy to drop off meals or muffins or whatever you need. So feel free to reach out if you know me personally. But if you don't, ask help for family, from friends, from loved ones. And if you don't have help, there are lots of great meal services in your areas you can check out with your libraries, with your local community centers. There are resources out there that can help you with some of those things as well. I hope this helps, and if you have any more content suggestions, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments below, message me on Instagram. I've also got my Pinterest link down below if you're interested in any of the recipes, but I hope you all enjoy this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.